Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. Welcome back to my channel, my Loverlies. If you've never been here before, thank you so much for clicking on my video. I am so happy you found me. I do so hope that you will like and subscribe before you leave. Become part of the Mama family. Mama's got your back, at least where makeup's concerned, and definitely when that makeup is cheap. Today is the Makeup Monday. We are talking about the Batman Revolution collection. I found it at my Walmart, so I picked up as much as I could. Before we get started, a very special, very warm welcome to any of those that are new to my channel. I am so incredibly happy that you are here. If you do enjoy the content, please make sure to give this video a big old thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe if you have not already. And make sure you ring my bell, turn on your notifications, so that way, next time I upload a video, you can come right back here and we can hang out together again. I definitely do not want you forgetting all about me. Also, my makeup is already done. I used the Prados Beauty 2.0 palette. This was actually a gift from Mr. Hubby. I don't know if you guys know. I know I've talked about it before here on my channel, but my husband is actually Native American, and this is Prados Beauty is a Native American owned brand, so he just thought this was the coolest thing, so he bought it for me. I absolutely adore this palette. It is so nice, very pricey, but it is an independently owned brand as well. Really gorgeous. I love the formulas in here. The mattes are wonderful. The shimmers are fantastic. Just a really nice palette. Every shade in here is fantastic. My favorite though is probably this super bright neon orange. Also really love the pinks and purples. They're all yummy. I will make sure that I put everything I talk about in today's video in the description box below, along with the links to all of my other socials, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all that good stuff. I did make sure to film a TikTok on today's eye look. If you are interested, this is how it turned out. I've been doing a lot of really kind of soft romantic looks here recently, so I thought it was time to kind of go back to my bread and butter and do something super graphic and kind of weird, and that's exactly what happened. I really kind of love it though. Of course, guys, if you are interested, go check out the TikTok. Make sure you go follow me on all my other platforms. I post fun content literally every single day, and if you're following me everywhere, you don't have to worry about missing a single moment of it. Alright guys, let's go ahead and dive into this new collection. Unsurprisingly, there's actually quite a bit in this collection. I've got about 8 or 9 different things to go over. It is the Revolution X Batman collection. They did a collection or another collaboration with them last year, so this is the second time they've released a Batman collection. However, this time around they focused more on Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn, two of my very favorite villainesses in the entire DC universe, so I was stoked when I came across it at Walmart. Got a bunch of stuff here. I want to start off with this beauty blender though. So this is the Revolution Diamond Blending Sponge. This is the Harley Quinn one. I adore the packaging. So cute. I love the red and black diamonds. It's just, oh, it's a vibe, and I'm here for it. I adore Harley Quinn. I was so very sad when I found out that they were scrapping the Joker movie. I thought Jared Leto was the absolute best Joker, and of course Harley Quinn was the best Harley Quinn. Margot Robbie was the best Harley Quinn. Made me so sad that they weren't going to explore that love story just a little bit more. However, I can still get, a little bit of sunshine from my Harley Quinn Diamond Blender. This goes for $7, guys. There is no reason in the world that you need to spend $7 on a sponge. There are so many super affordable blending products out there that $7 for a sponge just is really unnecessary at this point. I think the Shot Miss A Paw blenders, they're like $1.55 a piece. A lot of times if you get them in like a 5-pack or something, they're even more affordable than that, and they're fantastic. I didn't need this, but I had to pick it up because I just love the color combo. I really do adore Harley Quinn. So this goes for $7. The entire collection is on sale at the Revolution website right now. If you're interested in anything and want to go pick it up, I think this went down to like $5, like $5.60, something in that area. So for that, I think it's not that bad. My very favorite sponge at the drugstore is the e.l.f. Ultimate Face Sponge. That thing is absolute perfection. My very favorite beauty blender in the entire world. It is so, so very good. This feels pretty stiff. I'm not exactly sure. Like I said, I've never used a Revolution sponge before, so I'm not exactly certain what to expect from it. However, I know when it comes to beauty blenders, I definitely prefer something that's a little bit springier, a little bit like spongier and softer. This feels very, very firm. However, that could change once I wet it down and expand it. It could soften up exponentially. So we're not going to judge it too harshly. I think for $7, I was expecting just a little bit more. There is a teeny tiny little diamond embossing right there. It's really difficult to pick up on camera. I was really hoping there was going to be like, an outline of Harley Quinn. I was hoping there was going to be just something a little bit more on this sponge, especially for $7. I feel like they kind of did the bare minimum here. However, that's not surprising when it comes to a Revolution collection. I think the packaging is definitely a lot cuter than the actual sponge. Next up, I picked up, this is the Poison Ivy Lip Kit, and I picked this one up because it just looked so nice. I was intrigued. It looks like it's going to be like black and green, or is it going to be red and green? It looks like it's going to be red and green. So this is the Lucky Kiss lip kit. They have a Poison Ivy one. They also had a Harley Quinn one. The Harley Quinn one was the one that I really, really wanted. It came with a black lip liner and then a red lipstick. However, that one was sold out when I got to Walmart. So I picked up this one instead. This one goes for the lip kit goes for $8. However, again, it is on sale on the Revolution website right now. I think it's on sale for like $6, somewhere around in there. You get two different products. You get a green sparkly lip gloss, it looks like, and then you get a red lip liner. I have never used any of the Revolution lip liners before, so it feels really nice and creamy, but not overly so. And that red is really nice. It is very much an orange toned red, so it's going to go on, and I think it's going to play with the green pretty well. It does look and feel super creamy. It blends out really nicely, but it also feels like it's going to have a good amount of staying power as well. It's not like super creamy, it's just going to kind of melt all over your lips, so I like that. And then when it comes to the actual lip gloss, the packaging is super pretty. I love the Poison Ivy kind of decorations. So you have the actual vines of ivy on the cap, which is super, super nice. And then you have this super deep, dark, sparkly green lip gloss. I'm wondering if this is going to be actually pigmented or if it's just going to be super clear. Y'all, that is a straight up green lip gloss. I am intrigued. I am intrigued, and I'm very impressed, actually. I was not expecting it to be like an opaque green lip gloss. I was expecting it to be clear with a little bit of shimmer in there. Oh, I am very excited. Could you imagine? I'm very intrigued as to how a red lip liner and green lip gloss are going to look. It's either going to be really, really good or really, really bad. We shall have to check it out a little bit later. Again, this lip set goes for $8. I think all in all, it's pretty good quality. You get a nice amount of lip gloss. The lip liner feels good. You get a nice big tube of it. So, I mean, it's a standard lip liner. I think for $8, that makes it, what, $4 a product? While it's still at $4 a piece. It's kind of still expensive. It's about standard pricing right now, so I'm not too mad at it. Next up, we have the eyeliner duo. So this is the Dynamic Duo dual-ended eyeliner. The eyeliner set, so you get two dual-ended eyeliners. Again, the packaging is pretty much standard across all of this stuff. You have one side that is Poison Ivy and the other side that is Harley Quinn. Absolutely adore it. And then the same motif is with the pencils. One is Poison Ivy and one is Harley Quinn. Let's do the Poison Ivy one first. So one side is green. Okay, so it feels nice and creamy, but beautifully pigmented as well. I love that color green too. It's not like a deep forest green. It's more of like a leafy ivy kind of green, which is kind of perfect. And then on the other side, it seems like you have a really pretty, super creamy black. Not the blackest black eyeliner I've ever seen, but still pretty good. Y'all, I have been absolutely living for this Ioni eyeliner pencil. I picked this up at the Dollar Tree last time I was there, and this is what I have been wearing nonstop since I picked it up. This was $1.25. And when I tell you, it is the blackest, most inky, creamy, gorgeous freaking eyeliner. And it sets down, it's a gel eyeliner. But then once it sets down, it doesn't move. It is absolutely fantastic. I am so in love with it. Next time you go to your Dollar Tree, pick up that eyeliner. If you're into a black eyeliner, baby, I'm telling you, it is so good. So Poison Ivy, we have a black and we have a green. Really pretty. And then when it comes to the Harley Quinn one, we have a red side. So this is more of like a kind of like orangey pinky red. So it's more of like a corally red. I think it'll be fairly wearable, especially in the waterline. And then you have a really pretty blue, which is something I was not expecting at all. But that blue is really pretty. Almost a bright kind of neon pastel robin's egg blue. Very pretty. They feel very nice. They feel creamy. I was expecting them to be just a little bit dry, but they're not. They're super creamy, but you can tell they're going to set down and have a little bit more of that long wear kind of feel. We're going to let these hang out on the back of my hand for just a minute, and then we'll do a swatch test just to see if they set down or, if they stay creamy and if, they're not going to be like, if they're just going to kind of migrate all over the place. Definitely when it comes to having watery eyes like I do, I need an eyeliner that's going to set down and not move, or at least dry down and give me a little bit of help when it comes to migration, just so that my tears don't just wash it away. There is nothing worse than putting eyeliner on and then looking in the mirror 20 minutes later and seeing all that gunk kind of collected in the inner corner of your eye. It is so gross. I hate it so very much. So hopefully these dry down just a little bit. They're not feeling like they're going to dry down. They're still feeling pretty tacky, but we'll give them just a minute. One of my very favorite products in this entire collection is the brush set. Now, you guys already know that I am an absolute brush junkie. I love a good eye brush set, and these ones are freaking adorable. I picked up the Beetlejuice last year for Halloween. They came out with the Beetlejuice collection, and I loved it. Not so much the eyeshadow. I made sure not to pick up any of the eyeshadows from this collection. First of all, I just didn't need them. Second of all, I just am not a big fan of the collaboration eyeshadow palettes. I think that they're not very well done most of the time. Last year when I picked up the Beetlejuice eyeshadow palettes, they were so disappointing. The formulas were just awful. So yeah, I just didn't bother with the eyeshadows. But I also picked up the brush set last year, and I really enjoyed it. So I picked up the new one from this year's collection. It is a 4-piece brush set. I actually really enjoy the shapes that you get in this collection as well. So actual packaging is really adorable. Again, you've got Miss Poison Ivy just kind of lounging on her leaves there, just looking all, sexy and sassy, and we love it so very much. But then when it comes to the actual eye brushes, you get 4 different ones I adore. That they included a big fat fluffy blender. I feel like that's one of the brushes that gets overlooked pretty often. People don't, brands don't usually include a big fat fluffy eye blender, and this is the shape that I use the most often. I never sit here and do my eye makeup that I don't use a shape almost exactly like this, and it's a really good size. It's nice and big, so it can really get into that transition area, but it's not too big that it's going to feel like you're trying to punch yourself in the eye with a brush. Really pretty. It's nice and fluffy, but it's got a good amount of density to it as well. They are synthetic bristles, but it feels really soft. Yeah, I really like this. So a big fat fluffy blender. You also get a flat packing brush, and guys, I'm not even gonna lie to you, I picked up 2 of these. So this set goes for $12. Again, it is on sale on the website. I think it's on sale for $9.60. So for that price, I think it's fantastic. You're paying almost a little bit over $2 a brush. Not bad at all. Pretty decent quality. So you have a nice tapered handle. You have a gold ferrule. Really pretty. I like that the bristles are not white. I enjoy the aesthetic of a white bristled brush. However, they just get stained so quickly, and then it makes your brushes look dirty. I definitely prefer having more of like a brown or a black bristle. I prefer brown. because black, you can't tell if there's anything on your bristles or if like you've still got product or leftover eyeshadow there. But with these ones, they don't look super dirty, but you can also tell if there's product on your brush. So I really appreciate that. I definitely prefer brown bristles, but they feel really nice. Again, really fantastic density to it. It's got really great movement. I did use this set to put on my eye makeup today. They pick up product beautifully. They deposit it. They blend it. They just work really, really nicely. I enjoy the way that they feel in the hand. They're a nice length as well, so it makes it really easy. They're just nice. Actually, really, really great quality. Love this. And I love the shape of this as well. It's nice and thick, but it's still very, very flat, and it's very, very dense. This is going to be perfect for packing shimmers or glitter onto the lid. Absolutely adore that. And then next up, we have a very uniquely shaped brush. I'm going to say this, it feels more like a paintbrush, but it's more of like an angled pencil brush. I'm not sure. I don't really have a brush that's shaped like this anywhere else in my collection. So it definitely is a pencil brush, but it's tapered and almost angled in a way. So I don't know what you would use this for, but I feel like it'd probably be perfect for inner corner or brow bone work. I feel like it also would be really nice for lower lash line work. However, the fact that it's got such a sharp point to it, it's not going to do a ton of blending because it just kind of flings product all over the place. So I'm going to have to find out what this shape is going to be best used for. And then last but not least, we got an eyeliner brush. And I think brushes like this are just lazy. I know that a good eyeliner brush is, it's always going to come in handy, things like that. But 9 times out of 10, every single eye brush set that is released has either an angled brow brush or an eyeliner brush. And I just think at this point, if you're anything like me, you've got about 1,000,001 of them in your collection. And I don't know where I'm going to start putting all of these. I guess I could just stop buying brush sets, but that's just not going to happen. So we got to come up with a different strategy here. However, it is a nice eyeliner brush. I do wish that the bristles were just a little bit more tamed. They're kind of frayed already, just coming straight out of the box. When you wet it down, I assume that problem will fix itself. It is nice and thin. I don't know. It's nice. It's an eyeliner brush. There's not too much we can say about it. All in all, I think for 12 bucks, it's pretty good quality. I like the shapes. Would I recommend you go pick this up for full price? No, not at all. But now that it's on sale and you can get a couple dollars off, I think it's nice if you use these shapes. I definitely think my 2 favorite brushes are the big fat fluffy blender and then the flat packing brush. You're always going to use an eyeliner brush. It's just this one, this pencil brush. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to use this for. Either way, I think the brush set is really, really pretty. I really enjoy the packaging. It's got vines all up and down the handle. Very, very pretty. I love the kind of dual colored green on there. Super pretty. These are nice. I picked up 2 different sets. I picked up 2 of this exact same set just because I thought the handles were so pretty. I like this very, very much. Next up, okay, so my least favorite thing in this entire collection are these things right here. So these are the chrome eyeshadows. So you have the green one in the shade New Leaf, and then you have the red one in the shade Pretty Villain. Now, the thing that I don't understand about these is they're different prices. So the red one goes for $7, whereas the green one goes for $9. And the only thing that I can imagine is that the green one is more expensive because it's like a duochrome kind of thing. However, I haven't noticed that the quality is any different on these, so I'm not exactly understanding why they're different price points. Let's go over the red one first. The red one is the more affordable of the 2. This is in the shade Pretty Villain. So basically, what it is it's like a 2-in-1 product. So on one end, you have an eyeshadow stick. It's a metallic red shade. It's got, again, that same kind of like orangey, pinky kind of red, but not quite red kind of tone to it. It is metallic. It's nice. It's not super opaque. It's not super pigmented. And I don't think it's super, I don't like this. I don't like the red one at all. I'm not going to recommend this to you. If you enjoy things like this, maybe you could get some use out of it. However, I just don't think it's pigmented. Like, once you blend it out, it just kind of blends away, and then you end up with basically nothing. There's a little bit of a slight metallic sheen left, but other than that, the pigment just kind of dusts away completely. And like I said, for $7, you definitely could do better. And then on the other end, you get a liquid eyeshadow. Now, I do think that the layout of this is kind of genius. I love that you get a shadow stick and a liquid shadow in one product. I think that's fantastic. However, leave it to Revolution to kind of screw the pooch. This is just awful. The liquid eyeshadow just isn't very good at all. It is super, super watery. It's not very pigmented. It's super, super patchy. Like, it's supposed to be like a chrome kind of eyeshadow, but it just goes on, and once it dries down, it looks very, very cracky, very, very patchy. It's just not very good at all. And I did shake the crap out of this, so I'm assuming that this one is just, it's worse quality than the other one. That's why it's more affordable. Either way, I definitely would not recommend this. I think the packaging is super, super adorable, but you're not going to get any use out of this. The quality of this is absolutely horrendous. Really, really bad. When it comes to the green shade New Leaf, what is it, New Leaf? I think so. Yeah, New Leaf. This one is actually so much better than the red one. So again, same premise. I also think that the packaging on this one is a lot better. Somehow it feels heavier. It feels sturdier. It definitely doesn't feel quite as cheap. The formula on this one is much better as well. So this one is a green kind of, it's like a New Leaf kind of green, very light ivy tone. Very, very pretty. It is definitely more pigmented than the red one. So you can see straight off the bat, it just definitely has more shine to it. It looks more chromatic, things like that. Again, still gently pigmented though. However, this one has more pigment than the red one, but still, once you blend it out, that pigment just completely goes away. The metallic kind of sheen of it completely disappears, and you're just left with kind of like a little bit of a green stain on your skin. Again, not super impressed by this product at all. However, when it comes to the liquid part of this one, I was very impressed. It is very, very pretty. It is duochromatic. You've got this kind of like green to gold shift going on that looks very, very pretty. So that's it swatched. Absolutely stunning. Compare this to this, and I just don't think there's any comparison. I feel like that one, you can actually see the reflect on it. You can see the shine and the sheen on it. This one just looks so flat and kind of lifeless and dull compared to this one. Very, very pretty. Again, I like this one. I like the liquid eyeshadow portion of this. Still not impressed with the eyeshadow stick or the eyeshadow crayon portion. I think it's awful. So I'm not going to recommend either one of these to you. At $9 and at $7, I still think it's a complete total waste of your money, unless you're just wanting to collect it. I do think that the packaging is very, very pretty. If you're just completely and totally in love with Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn and just want to have the makeup items in your collection, I don't think that you'd be like upset about having them, because the packaging is really nice. They definitely scream what they're supposed to scream, like they're giving. They're cute in that sense of the word, but if you're getting them for a practical application point of view, they're not going to work for you. The quality just isn't there. And then last but not least, I picked up the hydra-liner palette, and I have thoughts. We're going to do some swatches of this one as well, so let me go ahead and get that ready, and I'll be right back. Yeah, I don't think that I... Okay, so I put on the Poison Ivy lip kit. So they give you a red lip liner and a deep green lip gloss. Now, actually, the actual Poison Ivy, she has a green lip liner and red lips, and this just doesn't work. This is awful. This looks terrible. I don't know who could wear this, or like the green completely overruns the red, and it just looks awful. It just looks like your whole lip line is messy and gross. I like the green lip gloss. I think it's nice, but paired with the red lip liner, it's just awful. It doesn't look good. And I sat here and I fiddled with it for a good long while, and I love the green lip gloss. It's deep, it's murky, it's funky, Very, very nice. And the formulation of the lip liner in and of itself, very, very nice. It's got a good amount of waxiness to pigmentation to it, so it goes on and it's pretty easy to apply, fairly creamy. Definitely waxier than some of my other favorite lip liners, but it's doable because it's a little bit waxier. I'm assuming that it's going to stick around and like stay on the lips for a good long while, so I appreciate that. But putting the red lip liner with the dark green lip gloss, I think it's just a really, really, really bad decision. You definitely should have done the green lip liner and then the red lip gloss, because at least then it would look like it was like done on purpose. This just looks like a really bad color combo, and I'm really struggling to come up with any scenario in which this would look good on anybody. Like, I don't like it at all. Now, the last product I want to talk about is the hydra-liner palette. This is the Graphic Artist palette. There are 6 different shades in here. I definitely want to highlight the packaging on this one, though, because out of everything in this collection, this is my very, very favorite packaging. I love this old school kind of cartoony imagery on the front. I think it is fantastic. You've got Poison Ivy. She's got her own moment. You've got Miss Harley Quinn. She's got her own moment. And then you get to the inside of the palette, and I just feel like the color story is just a little bit wonky. So you have the black, white, and red for Harley Quinn, and I'm assuming you've got like the red and the green for Poison Ivy. I just don't know what the pink and blue have to do with the story. Now, there are all 6 of the shades swatched. All in all, it's not a terrible like hydra liner or like water activated liner. When it comes to Profusion water activated liners, they remind me very much of the Morphe ones. They're very powdery. So a lot of my other hydra liners, they come in like a really solid kind of cake, and then when you add water to it, it becomes like almost a paint. But whereas these ones, like, it just feels like you're wetting down powder, and when you apply it, it gives you almost a streaky kind of patchy finish to it. Now, there is a good amount of pigmentation there, and I think that if you really wanted to make these work, you could make them work. But this palette goes for, how much does this go for? This palette is on sale right now for $7.20, and I think for $7.20, if you love these colors and you adore this packaging, I say go for it. It's not awful, but there's definitely better quality out there. All in all, I think this collection is a little bit of a flop. I want so badly to love Makeup Revolution. They used to be one of my very favorite brands, but I feel like, excuse me, but I feel like in the last couple of years, their quality has just gone downhill, like, so badly. I'm not exactly sure what to say about it. I'm not impressed by anything in this collection. I think my favorite thing out of the entire collection is gonna have to be, I honestly don't even know. I think my favorite thing is the hydra-liner palette, just because I love the packaging so much. But I don't think that I'm going to recommend anything from this collection to you guys. I think it's all pretty awful. It's all overpriced. It all feels cheap. It doesn't perform well. I think all in all, it's just really, really sad. I just don't understand why you would spend all that money in order to do a collaboration with such a big organization and then fumble the ball. So, like, just the quality is just awful. I'm not exactly sure. I did want to go back to those eyeliners. I said I was going to let them hang around on the back of my hand for a little bit, just to see if they dried down a little bit. And swatching them, like, you can see the Ioni isn't budging at all, but the other ones are just, yeah, they're not going to sit down. They're not going to be budge proof at all. That's super upsetting. I think that the aqualiners are actually pretty good. They kind of set down and they really don't budge unless you reactivate them with water and they get wet again. But other than that, they're really nice. They don't feel uncomfortable on the back of my hand at all. I just say you definitely can't layer them up too much because then they get a little bit chunky and a little bit cracky. But yeah, they're not awful. If there was anything I would recommend, it probably would be the hydra-liner palette. Palette, but other than that, I think everything is pretty much garbage. That makes me really, really sad. I wasted a whole lot of money on this collection. Let me know what you think of this lip. I think it's absolutely awful. I am not into it at all. Guys, I love you so, so very much. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you give it a big old thumbs up before you leave. Guys, I love you so, so very much. And until next time, stay safe, take care of yourselves, and remember, You're important. Bye.